Hi, everybody. Welcome to an episode of Notes on Nonsense. Ding, 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 ding. You've missed me. I know you have. I can't promise I'm going to do these all the time. They were in celebration of my book, but my book is still worth celebrating. So I thought I would record another Notes on Nonsense for you. In the middle of this recording, a telephone call might come through, and I might have to take it. But I thought I would pop in really quick and give you the latest and the greatest in my life and what I am finding about some nonsense. So I was on a podcast interview earlier today, and one of the realizations that I came to was the fact that when we are suffering, we are not lining up our hopes, dreams, and beliefs with our actions. So you may be like, yeah, duh. But here's the thing. Why are so many of us suffering? And why are so many of us struggling day to day to do the things that we feel that we should feel that we want to do, and oh, look, here comes noise already. I promise. See, unfiltered, totally raw. What is it that's not clicking? And, I have a bunch of episodes back from November and December where I talked about being stuck is nonsense, or it might have been bullshit. Oh, there's your listener warning. Being stuck or motivation, all these things, Mondays, they're all nonsense because they only have the significance that we give them. Okay. So it's not that any of these factors in our life, like motivation or, inspiration or being stuck, none of that is real. It's all a figment of our imagination. And I always laugh when I say the word figment because I used to have this poster when I was a kid. I loved pigs. Pigs are like my favorite animal. And I had this poster that said pigment of your imagination. And it was a bunch of pigs in all different shades of like pink and tie-dye. And so every time I say figment, I think pigment. And that is a total sidebar that has no relevance to this conversation. But a pigment of your imagination, if you will. These things, I am stuck. Why do I not understand? Why can I not fix myself? There's this whole dichotomy that is surrounding the word why. Why? And I was on a podcast recently, and actually, was I on or was I interviewing? I do too many of these to remember who, what, when, or where, but I feel like I was interviewing. Oh, I know. It was Amber Brzezinski on a podcast that I don't even think I put out yet. But anyway, she had said that we are asking the wrong question. So the question of why is the wrong question. And if you think about when you're working on something, you want to change, you want something to take on different meaning in your life, you're often asking the question, why is this not happening going forward? Why am I not blah, 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 blah? Why? When the different question is how? How do I? When will I? And I don't know what other words are they. How, when, not even can. I mean, it's the why. The why question is only good if you're like 2 to 4. Age 2 to 4. That is the only time why is a good question. Because what it does when we say, why is this happening? Why am I doing this? Why? It acts like there's this external force in charge of our decisions. And look, a lot of times there are things out of our control. There's very little within our control when you think about it. But when we take the position that we have resources, when we take the position that we are in control of our outcome, even though, maybe that's not 100% true a lot of the time, but when we take that mindset that we are in control of this outcome, I'm in control of not the outcome, but the results I want. I mean, results, outcomes seem like the same thing, but I don't know that they actually are in this sense. How do I take charge? How? Not why is this happening to me? And so one of the things that we have to focus on is the things that we say we want. Like, I want a better body. I want to finish my degree. I want to find love. I want to jump off a bungee tower. I don't know. I don't know what you want to do. What do you want to do? We say we want these things, and then we act directly in contravention to these things. We do things that are actually completely opposite of the things we say we want. And we do it all the time. Daily, 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 daily. And then we say, why do I always do this? Why is this happening? Why can I? So the flipping of the question, the flipping of the start of the question is really all we have to do to make a different outcome. By asking ourselves how instead of why, we are putting ourselves in the driver's seat. And if every day you wake up and you go, how am I going to make today great? How am I going to do something in the direction of my goals? How am I going to prove this core belief of mine is wrong? Or how am I going to prove that this really powerful core belief of mine is right? There is evidence for what you're looking for. If you believe deep in your heart you will always be a loser, you will find direct evidence to prove that you are a loser. And you're not a loser. So stop looking for that evidence. So ask the right question. Start your question with the right word. Instead of why, I encourage you to choose the word how. Instead of why is this happening to me, ask the question, how can I make today better? How can I take a step in the direction of my goals? How can I bust this core belief wide open and prove that I am breaking generations of garbage and I am going to take charge of my next generation? I'm going to be a better parent. I'm going to be a conscious parent. I'm going to show my children that they can heal, that they don't have to hide, they can be honest. How am I going to do that? Not why is this happening to me? So, that is your challenge for the week. How can you flip the questions? Make them work for you. Look, life is not always easy. It's not easy a lot of the time. I talked to one of my clients this morning, and I shared this on a podcast too. But, you know, she said it just feels like everything it's such a fight, and I'm always going to be fighting. And I heard that, and I thought, you know what? This is about flipping our mindset. What if we go at life as if it is a battle? Like we're in battle. What if every day is battle? And our job is to show up to the battle. And in order to do that, we have to train. We have to train to be the best fighter. And we have to come with a fighting spirit. And we have to come with a big heart. Because you can't fight for something you don't believe in. And so if you're going to the battle that is life and the outcome is unknown, how do you show up every day to fight the best fight you can? To be the warrior that you have been appointed to be? How do you do that? One step. Step one. Ask yourself that question. How can I show up today for this battle? And how can I train for it every day? And stay in my heart and know that I'm here to do the right things, to do things with love, and to have some fun. That's the big challenge. Fun. Thank you all for joining me on this episode of Notes on Nonsense.